Oh God!
Oh my god,
First
I
thing they
hate you
gonna
so
see is you,
much.
be like, you know, I wasn't ready. The hell.
Hey everybody, this is Robin, and over there is Jers, and we are back with the Arcade Games podcast. And now we're gonna do live podcasts with you guys. So this is gonna be a pretty short podcast. We don't want to take up too much of your time. We just want to say hi, tell you what you've been up to, and give you guys a preview of what we got coming soon. Does that sound good to you all? So that's what we're about to do right now.
Boo.
I really hate it. I hate it so much. So, Jers, since I had to lead off today, why don't you tell us what you've been up to since we kind of started this hiatus, whether it was planned or involuntary?
What the hiatus?
Yes.
Down? Is it
What you been
ever
up to?
planned?
What have you been up to?
uh, I
What are
mean,
you gaming? What are you doing? What have you been?
I'm not playing anything. You don't know what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm not playing Street Fighter 5 like I'm supposed to be. I'm lamenting the $100 we spent on the division because that shit's been deleted. What else am I not playing? I'm not playing Shadow Complex, which is sitting on my PS4. I'm not playing Alienation because the person who's supposed to play with me is being trash.
He's talking about Garfield.
Who else? Who else? I mean, what else?
Just
I
a
am
FYI.
somewhat playing Salt and Sanctuary unsuccessfully. I mean, I'm making my way through it now, but it didn't start so well. And I just started Uncharted 4. That's probably all I'm gonna be playing for the foreseeable future until I finish it. Then I'll move on to one of those games you just heard me mention I'm not playing. And I think that's everything. Uh, well, I don't know. It's been a while, so I mean, I beat Unravel a little while ago. That was pretty dope. I play Assault Android Cactus with my kids sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything.
Sounds about right. So what he's referencing when he talks about playing Street Fighter 4 is the fact
Five, not
that
four.
yeah, 5. What about talking about? Oh yeah, because we were talking about the alleged Marvel versus Capcom 4. But what he's talking about when he's talking about not playing Street Fighter 5 is the fact that Jers goes to Evo and to be mastering Street Fighter 5 right now, and he's not it
It's
at
not gonna
all.
happen. Like y'all might as
So
well get that thought out your head. It's not. I don't see it.
I think that's one of the main things that's been going on with the arcade. We've been making a lot of moves to, bring you some quality content. And I reference it a lot when I tweet, but we've been doing a lot. And one of the major things that we are doing is trying to make it to Evo for you. I am also supposed to be playing Street Fighter 5, but it's already a foregone conclusion that I won't be doing shit at Evo but looking very cute. So, you know what I'm saying? So, Street. I'm also supposed to be playing Street Fighter 5. It's just I haven't really played a Street Fighter in depth for a long time, and not that I could be competitive. Not that I couldn't be competitive in the next 2 months.
Yeah, roughly.
Is it? In the next 2 months, it's just that wow, I have to be competitive in the next 2 months. And it's over 4,000 people in the SFV tournament already.
Yeah, who
Four
knows what that number
thousand.
gonna be by the time it's time to
Yeah,
go?
I can't imagine. So let's talk about what I've been doing. Really and truly, I was clearing my backlog of PlayStation 3 games. Platinum, Final Fantasy X2. I went ahead and gathered the platinum for Fallout 4, which was really fun. I never imagined that I could like a game as much as I like the game that shall never be named in Jersey's presence. but I really liked it a lot. I was very
Hey, yeah,
surprised and very happy.
I like how that shit came to me, and I didn't even say anything. It's like the camera knew. Like I made no
Just to show
noise,
your
and it just
face.
jumped to me just to show my face.
Yeah.
Like I thought hard enough for the camera to swing my way. Like fuck
You
Skyrim.
got you have Espen.
Espen.
But yeah, so right now I'm also playing Salt and Sanctuary. I'm like level 75 on Salt and Sanctuary and it is still hard as fuck. So congratulations to those developers. I learned on one of my streams that the developers for Salt and Sanctuary are a husband and wife team. And if that's not the stuff of fucking dreams, Salt and Sanctuary is supposed to be like a love letter to Dark Souls and the Soul series that
And,
they came up with on their fucking honeymoon.
and
If that doesn't make you want to bust a nerdy ass nut, I don't know what will. Like, I have literally planned out my life around that story. Like, I want to create a video game on my honeymoon while I should be having sex. I want to be thinking about nerdy shit, like making an ode to Skyrim. Like, I want to do that. All right, Jers. What else is up?
um, well, I mean, I guess we can mention. Very recently there was news of Kojima wanting to make his own quote unquote Uncharted, so to speak. Hey, Sean, you gotta go to work tomorrow? Yeah. What you gonna eat for breakfast? I'm gonna get something on the way. Huh? I'm gonna get something on the way. On the way?
This is what
To
happens,
work.
I said, what she gonna eat
when
for
you do
breakfast?
live
Got a hoagie.
podcasts.
For breakfast?
That's what she said she wanted.
Oh, you want a hoagie for breakfast? Huh? Oh, okay.
Live podcasts out here. Technical
But
difficulties. We out here. This is the fucking arcade. This is what we
basically.
do.
But nah, what was I even saying? Oh, Kojima. Yeah, so apparently his next title is going to be some kind of action game, and he said, you know, fans of Uncharted should look forward to it. And like I was explaining to my friends, I'm like, nobody should be shocked by that because for the last few years now, you know, whenever somebody asks him what inspires him, he would make fit to say Uncharted for some reason. And I mean, given his penchant for, you know, cinematic experiences, it makes sense to me that he would want to make a game like that where you can marry the narrative and the, you know, the action to make like a dope game. So I mean, I'd like to see his spin on a action adventure game. I mean, Metal Gear kinda was one in a way, but you know, it was more about. It wasn't as heavy on the action, you know. It was more, what he called it,
Cinematic.
tactical stealth espionage or whatever the hell. So
Tactical stealth espionage.
stealth,
That's
whatever.
a fucking lot to say, by
I
the
mean,
way.
you call it some bullshit like that.
Thanks, Kojima. I mean, I really love Kojima personally. I mean, as far as producers slash developers go, he's right behind Harada-san. You know how much I love him, so I'm hoping I run into him at Evo too. So maybe I could like get pregnant. But um, Kojima, I really like. It sounds good to me. I mean, you know, we're gonna need something to kind of fill that Uncharted void anyway, right? So I don't know, a more cinematic type. I mean, Uncharted games are already cinematic, right? This would be a perfect time to tell you guys I have never played an Uncharted. So
Yeah, swing that
shout out
camera
to the
back to me.
plug.
Nah, fuck the plug, fuck
Shout
all
out
that.
to the plug for getting me the Uncharted collection for like
Like,
$18.
I need to
That's what I'm
know.
talking about.
Actually, I don't need to know why you never played Uncharted
I'll
because
tell you why, because I didn't have a man in my life to tell me to play it. Slow blink.
I don't understand. Like, I didn't have a
No,
man
but
in
no,
my life to tell me to
seriously.
play it either. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Let's talk about like when the Uncharted series came out. Like Just let's do some quick Googles.
It came out
Okay.
like '07. No,
So right around the
I
time
think '08.
Uncharted came out, was that not around the same time that the Assassin's Creed all dropped?
Roughly. Yeah, I would think so.
Right. I was playing, not that I couldn't play both series, but that's what preoccupied my time.
Chose wrong, dog.
So no, I chose right because Izio Auditore said I chose fucking right.
Look, man.
Now, as
One of
far as where the
these one of
series is
these
now,
series has
it's
two
like
of the greatest games ever created, and the other one has what?
anyway, I understand that it's a bunch of fucking Assassin's Creed games as opposed to the 4 Uncharted that you have.
Five,
I fucking get
five,
that.
five, five. Finish
Anyway,
what you
I
doing.
fucking get that there's a buttload of Assassin's Creeds versus Uncharted. I fucking get that, but I felt like I chose the one that worked for me. And if I had to choose, I'm glad what I chose and I wouldn't go back.
I mean, that's cool. But I mean, you ain't finna see nobody running out to get no Assassin's Creed collection. Nobody studying that shit.
I'm sure they would if they stopped making games long enough to have a collection. You know what I'm saying? There's so many fucking Assassin's Creed games. There's no way you can make a fucking collection.
Be like
Like
10
it's not
games in that bitch.
right. That shit will take you
Man, for
100
real, for
hours.
real, they got like 5 handheld games and like I don't even know how they had what 1, 2,
Okay,
Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4, and 5. Well,
that
five
is
ain't
a
even have a
5.
number, huh?
Yeah, it was
It
like
was what was that
what's
Syndicate?
the name of yeah, Syndicate. I was gonna say, what's the fucking name of the
Wait, but it was two after Black Flag, right? Wasn't it Syndicate and something else?
who fucking knows Ubisoft?
Now you see the
Who
point. Like
fucking
we can't even
knows
name
how
all them
many
shits.
fucking games you had? Um and then you had Liberation,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
whatever,
that's why I was saying the
whatever, the fuck
handheld
ever,
ones.
the fuck ever, the fuck ever.
Yeah, it's a lot of them
But
shit.
even though that's like 10 games already.
Yeah, they on their Mario swag.
Yeah, that I don't know if that's anything over real hard. I look like a fucking turtle.
I don't
I
know
do that
what
shit in my
happened, but your
snaps.
screen just froze like crazy on my joint.
Oh well.
I don't know.
Well, it's probably good because I look like a fucking turtle. I was slumped in my neck and shit. I
Which
just
one? It's four of them, right? So, just ask Leonardo. Which one?
shut the fuck.
I'm mad you ain't get the joke, and I
Okay.
man. Moving on.
I hate it. I promise you, I hate it.
What else
I
is happening that you want to talk about?
right now, I mean, really and truly, I mean, we're talking about Uncharted, and that's what everybody is talking about. First of all, let's talk about the fact that you are playing the Division because Destiny was a really big deal for you, and I distinctly remember some very long nights stretched across your lap because you were playing Destiny. And I really thought the way the Division was, the course it was on, that would be your new Destiny. And
Well, look,
then,
it was supposed to be, and then the incursion happened, and the incursion was supposed to be. I don't want to say it was supposed to be the raid or whatever. I can't say that for sure, but it was supposed to be the first piece of post game content that gave players confidence in what was to come in the future. And it was a glorified boss fight. Like it took you 5 minutes to get to the boss, and then you kill the tank, and then you're done. And I'm like, that's it? Like what? And then it was glitchy, and then they want to ban people for using the glitches, and The dark zone is annoying, and I mean, like I'm railing on the game right now because I'm not playing it. It's not as bad as I'm making it sound. It's a good game. It's just there were things about it I didn't like, and I felt like I really need to attempt to be semi decent at Street Fighter so I could at least win one match at Evo. So something had to go, and like I knew Uncharted was coming. I got all these downloadable games to play, so I just sacrificed it. I mean, the way the game is set up, you can always jump back in down the road. So I mean, if in a little while I decide I want to play it again and my friend's still on, I'll just have them catch me up. It's nothing really.
I guess my thing about it was when I finally saw what the game actually looked like, because I'm not. I remember seeing the beta, and I guess it didn't register to me. But the whole time I was thinking of the Division like a first person shooter, which I've said it on numerous podcasts, I've said it in numerous posts and tweets. I am literally the person that they talk about on the inside label of all those pamphlets and booklets and leaflets that they put inside your games. I suffer from those nauseating, those pattern induced, kind of deals. So I don't play for FPS at all unless it's absolutely I have to do it, don't want to have to do it. But I don't know why I thought the Division was a first person game, and then somebody was like, "Well, it's not first person; it's third person." I was like, "What the fuck?" But I'm also very bad at shooters. Like I play them all the time. I play Fallout a lot, and when people watch my streams, I know they are so fucking pissed because I'm so terrible at shooting mechanics. But I probably would have bought the Division, and I'm not really sure that I would still be playing it right now. But
You
I
wouldn't.
definitely,
You
I
wouldn't. Trust
can't
me.
say I'm.
Nah.
Who knows?
You
I can't
wouldn't.
say. I probably would have stuck to the game long enough to platinum it because
No,
I
you wouldn't.
guess
No, you wouldn't. Trust me. You wouldn't. I'm trying to tell
shut
you.
the
And
fuck
you know what? Since you think I'm trying to be funny, I'm gonna tell you why. Because Division is not really a game you can play by yourself. That's the problem. Like, there's certain stuff you could do solo, then there's certain stuff you can't. And most of the stuff you need to do post game, you can't do it by yourself. You just can't. So it's like, fuck you gonna do? If you ain't got nobody to regularly play with who into it as much as you kind of fuck.
up. We have a friend of ours or a viewer right now who says nobody is playing the Division anymore. Like,
Yo, and the craziest part about him saying that is he was the main one playing it. Like he was the biggest advocate of that game out of all of us that was playing.
sorry, Galen.
Like he was. So for him to not be playing no
That's
more,
kind of fucked up to talk
yeah,
about it. But you're saying kind of the theory of relativity. If the person who really cared about the game isn't playing the game anymore, then
then
why would
that's
like
right.
casual gamers? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like it's like there's certain stuff about it started pissing everybody off, and I don't think none of us would say it was a bad game. It's just a flawed game, and I mean Destiny went through the same thing, so I'm not going to count it out. Like, I mean, if you think back to when Destiny came out, a month or two after it, it was a whole lot of people like, man, that shit trash, man. We off that. Like me and my crew didn't, but a whole lot of people did. Like they was like, nah, I ain't with it no more. Like we been off that wave. We on to whatever. And then a lot of people double back around like down the road after they had months to get their shit together. So it's no real reason the same can't happen for the division, but until it does happen, I gotta just play the wait and see game. But I ain't
I
gonna
think
say it's
a lot of
impossible.
whether or not people are going to play the division again or force themselves to go back to it is what's coming up on the calendar. I mean, right now, if you had to choose between the division and Uncharted, you're probably gonna choose Uncharted. So
Look,
it's a
man.
lot of games like that that are gonna take the place of the division, and it was a game that was. I remember the game of the year tweets. This is game of the year, but nobody's playing it right now. Well, you know what I'm saying? I guess. I mean, if that's what you want to call game of the year. All right, let's see what kind of
Yeah,
messages we
Jared said
got.
he said he got a question. I
All
mean, we
right,
have a
Jared.
chat. Like, just put the question in the chat. You don't gotta tweet us. I mean, we appreciate the
I
tweet.
definitely saw. I definitely saw that the little chat bubble was lit up. But you know, you can talk to us on Twitter. It doesn't matter. We have our phones right here. You know.
It's cool, but I don't know. Like, I mean, division would be all right. I mean, they got 100 out of a lot of us anyway. If we honestly speaking, because almost everybody I know that bought the gold edition. So I mean, you know, even if it ain't gonna be all right, they made their money. I mean,
Right.
it's not good for customer goodwill, but you know, they'll figure it out. But before I go, because I gotta go soon, but before I do,
Yeah, you do.
I just want to say something about Uncharted because this one scene from this game has been stuck in my head since I saw it, and I tweeted about it a little bit, but I just want to touch on it a little bit more because I'm actually write about it in depth when I get a chance. But I just wanted to I guess prep y'all for what I'm gonna write. But if you if you haven't played the game, I'm not quite sure this is a spoiler. It doesn't affect the story or nothing, but it's just a scene that I personally felt like was so well done. It needs to be talked about. And well, you know what? Let's answer Jaren's question first.
Okay, Jared says, "What's y'all's actual thoughts on Final Fantasy 15, especially with them turning away from turn based, turn-based RPG style?" I mean, I didn't even play the demo yet. Like, it's sitting on my PS4, so I really need to do that. Like, I am not excited for 15. I'm sorry, I should be, but I'm not at all. Like, I would really like the remake that I keep begging for. So, until they give me 12, I don't give a fuck what Square does. I mean, I'm more excited for 7 as a person who did not play 7. You get what I'm saying? So 15.
I mean, I guess I felt the same way until the big reveal, and then I got more excited for it. And I mean, not because it looks super dope or anything. I guess because I know it's a real game now, so now I know I should care about it. But as far as going away from turn based, I'm cool with that. Like action RPGs, they're a little more fast paced and easier to get into because you don't feel like you're just hitting buttons and watching stuff happen. Not that I'm against that. I like turn based RPGs too, but it's a lot harder for those kind of RPGs to attract people who aren't already fans of them. Whereas action RPG has a better chance of grabbing someone who wasn't previously RPG fan and maybe getting them to give it a shot. And I think Kingdom Hearts proved that because a whole lot of people who I knew for a fact didn't like RPGs like that game and really didn't realize they were playing a RPG because they're like, well, you don't just hit the button and they swing the little sword. It's like they got tricked into playing it. And 15 could do the same thing with the flashy graphics and the audio
Right.
8 and all that type of stuff. Like people might just give it a shot because it looks kind of cool.
Oh my god. Thanks to Rue, who is like, I guess, an arcade affiliate at this point, retweeting, excuse me, the Assassin's Creed movie trailer. Who knows how the fuck this is gonna turn out, Ubisoft. Michael Fassbender is fucking Ezio Auditore.
No.
Oh no, he's Desmond.
Desmond. Wow. So they going all the way back. So are they going to try to run through all the...
But I guess if he's fucking Desmond, he's fucking Ezio.
Well,
Because it's the
yeah,
fucking
Desmond
same
is
thing.
Ezio. Desmond's all of them, right? Well, not all of them, but all of
Yeah.
them to a point. I think Jern had a follow up to his question. Let me see.
It's fucking Maul. I already want to see this because fucking Maul is in it.
Oh my. He says, I understand attracting fans, but how can Pokemon still attract the turn-based crowd?
Oh my god, this shit looks fucking awesome and I
Because
fucking
it's
hate that
Pokemon.
vision.
How can Pokemon? Like, Pokemon will never die because there's
I just
always
want to
going to be.
say really quickly, you're never gonna beat me at Tekken or anything else.
That has nothing to do with this question or nothing we talking about. But anyway, the thing is about Pokemon, there's always going to be a new batch of kids to latch on to it. And like that's the genius in it. When it originally came out, we were all young, but by the time we outgrew it, there were a bunch of new kids to latch on to that generation's Pokemon. And by the time they got old, the next generation was here, and so like it doesn't have to ever stop as long as they can keep thinking up Pokemon. They'll be fine. And then you have us around who were there from the beginning to be like, oh yeah, we used to play that, and like that makes the younger people around us want to play it even more because it's like, oh well, if it was cool for y'all, it's cool for us. So I mean, I think that's why Pokemon survived not having to convert over to, or away from turn-based fighting style. But you've even seen Pokemon branch out, like, with something like Pokken Tournament or Pokemon. Well, Pokemon Stadium was still turn-based, so I guess that's not a good example. But they've branched out from the turn-based style with the Pokemon, but the main games are still the same as they always were. And most of the fun in Pokemon ain't really the fighting; it's trying to catch them all. So I don't think converting it away from a turn-based style would matter much because I don't think that's why most people play it. So I gotta make Final Fantasy 7 and 10 cool.
No, 10 is cool. I mean,
They both. I like
I
7 and
understand. I
10.
don't understand that tweet, Jerm. I mean,
I don't either. I don't get it.
maybe we'll get some clarity, but um,
I mean, we weren't trying to like. I think he think we like saying that if it ain't 7 or 10, we don't want it to be turn based, and that's not what I'm saying. I like turn based. Like Child of Light was the last
love
RPG I
turn-based
played,
games.
and it was like dope. So like I don't know.
Oh my
He
God,
said,
Jer. Yes. Get it together. Like, come on, man. But anyway, you guys, we didn't want to have a very long podcast. We just wanted to come back to you guys and bring you, what you kind of been used to from us. We enjoy talking to you and speaking with you. We enjoy, sharing our opinions on things, and we can't wait to share more.
I
So
ain't even said
hopefully,
my thoughts. Nah, I'll save it for the next one or for what I gotta write because it's probably gonna be long winded and I do kind of gotta go. So it's cool.
it's usually long-winded.
That dude,
So, we love you guys. We appreciate you watching
we
and
just gonna have to
listening.
invite Jaron on the next one because you got a whole lot to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, a lot. But hey, remember, if you're listening, go to booster.com/Cade of Thrones. That's
Got goddamn shirt.
BOOSTER.com/CADE dash OF
You are better than
dash
me for spelling that shit out.
THRONES. Hey, because I know that sometimes I have trouble enunciating and sometimes my diction is very bad. But look for the tweet. We have shirts for sale. You want to support the arcade. You want these podcasts to be better. You want us to have the fly ass equipment that you see other people have it. Their podcast is as good as ours. You want us to have that fucking go buy that shirt. Go buy the shirt. It's fucking fly. I designed it my fucking self. You fucking love it. Go get it.
He said Blueprint said Tekken's a button masher.
Who the fuck says this?
Oh
He
shit.
didn't say that. I know Blueprint didn't say that because Blueprint is my fucking ticket buddy, and he would never say such a thing. He would never. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time, and I promise next time I won't start off by laughing, which is typical of an arcade podcast, but I promise you I won't do it next time.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know when's the next time we're gonna do this, but now that I finally figured out a easier way to do it, we can probably just hop on and do one whenever we got something to talk about. So, just look for us to be around every so often, at least once a week. I could promise that. But if we could hop on more often than that, that'd be cool. And I mean, if anybody watching or anybody who sees this after the fact wants to be on one with us, like, it's not a big deal. It's just a Google Hangout. So, all we have to do is invite you and you could come get in on whatever conversation we talking about that day, or you could just come on here and fuck the whole thing up and take it over. We don't care. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll just mute you, boot you, whatever.
Yep. All right. So I guess we'll holler at y'all next time.
Bye, guys.